All right, jabronis, Clay and Tom, back at you. Week 2's done.
Let's do this.
Several teams in the league this week sitting at 2-0. A few of us sitting at 1-1. And there's a handful sitting at 0-2.
Sucks for you guys.
Thankfully, I'm not in that list this year.
Couple of topics for today. Week 2 is in the books, and I've got to say, Clay, it's been a real knee knocker. This stuff just writes itself. One of the topics is going to be injury updates. We'll just touch on that a little bit.
Carson Wentz. Is he the savior in Philly?
I don't know. He looks pretty good. Did the Browns shit the bed by not taking him? I think so.
Can New England win with insert quarterback here?
I was just thinking they could probably win without one. You know what I mean?
Just, they don't even need to start one.
Put the kicker in there, hand him the ball, let it go. This week's Thunder Cookie, there are several, but one of our own in the HTG League is getting one. Now, you guys thought, none of us are going to get one this season. This is going to be great. Wrong. One of you are getting a Thunder Cookie.
I'm also going to be bringing you guys another couple of classic numbers today. It's going to be awesome.
Great stats. We like them. One hot topic that's coming through today is our own HTG League World Traveler. What do you think about this guy?
He's pretty much a beast in life. I mean, he's living the dream out there. He's doing what all of us wish we could do.
Exactly.
Last but not least, we got Eric Decker and his big dick.
Oh, goodness. Big Decker coming at you. That's actually kind of scary.
All right, Tom, let's jump right into it. NFL football news, week 2.
Belichick, greatest coach ever.
I agree, 100%.
AJ Green gets shut down by the Steelers. The steel curtain just dropped it on him.
I think that was awesome, actually.
I'm sure you did. Injuries coming. Woodhead, Peterson, Garoppolo, the Cutlet. But who cares, right?
Don't care.
To follow that up, Josh McCown, RG3, Jonathan Stewart, Arian Foster. The list goes on and on and on. We won't touch all of them, but
it was a crazy week this week, especially for fantasy football. I mean, no one ever wants to see anyone get hurt unless you're like a Cowboys fan against like Philadelphia or something, but everyone was going down this week. It was insane. But you mean tell you the biggest injury of the week, Tom?
Well, who's that?
Your ego.
Took me down a peg there, didn't you?
Got him! I'll take the win, man. I got lucky this week. AJ Green had an off week for you. My team performed pretty well, actually. 128 points, I think, is always a solid week. I did dodge the injury bullet on Thursday night. When Brandon Marshall's knee, he turned into Gumby out there. I mean, that thing just was. I honestly don't know how he came back into that game.
They must have juiced him up or something because I was watching it. I was like, dude, his knee is blown up.
I'm just glad he got more points than he did in week 1 before the knee injury.
No doubt.
HTG news. It's time for early overreactions, Tom. You got 3 guys sitting at 2-0. You got 4 guys sitting at 1-1, and you got 3 at 0-2. How are you feeling right now if you're 2-0?
Feeling pretty good. You got to be worried about Josh. That first loss coming pretty quick.
I wonder who's playing this week. At 1-1, I'm feeling pretty good right now. This time last year, I was dead fucking last.
Yeah, and you were moping around here at the coffee pot complaining about your team, and I'm glad I don't have to hear that crap this year.
If you're 0-2, you got to hit the panic button.
Indeed.
It's time to start burning your team, man. I'm talking trades, whatever you got to do.
Waiver wire, whatever you got to do, pick somebody up. But who you going to pick up?
I don't know. I got my boy Caw, as Josh referred to him in the picks, Isaiah Crowell.
Yeah, you blew a HTG load on that guy.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Now there's only one thing left. Thunder Cookie.
All right, Thunder Cookie time. We got Eric Decker in the news first off. Well, Eric Decker's a good football player, but this Thunder Cookie goes to his wife, Jessie James. I don't know if you've seen this woman, but she is smoking hot. She's awesome, and apparently she loves Big D. So she tweeted out during the game after Eric Decker scored a touchdown, "Way to go, Big Decker," all over Twitter. Come on now.
You got a big
I think you can play football.
Clearly, Browns fan has it right.
And apparently he does, because she's been posting about it and talking about it. So Thunder Cookie, keep that stuff off the Twitter, off the Facebook, whatever. We don't need to know that crap. Coming up, number 2, my boy Tim Tebow. Tebow Mania, going crazy up there in New York. Well, I guess.
It's exploding.
Tebow got picked up, is on a squad, up there practicing. 45 feet away from him is his buddy, his catch buddy. They're throwing back and forth. First thing he does, airmails one over the guy's head and then over the fence. We're talking about 45 feet away. Come on, Tebow. You throw a baseball worse than you throw a football? I didn't think that was possible.
And 45 feet is ridiculous. That's not even the length from the pitching mound to home plate.
Right.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
And here it is, the HTG League Thunder Cookie. I gotta give him one. It's just no way around it. Spencer Thunder Cookie. I don't know what you were thinking with your trade or what was going on, but none of us really liked your trade except Cromer. But you trade away Jordy Nelson and Stephon Diggs, who is looking like he's going to be a monster, for LeGarrette Blount, and then you didn't play him. And then you got the L. You missed out on a W by not playing the guy you traded for, Thunder Cookie.
I think the worst part about that was the fact that not only did Diggs blow up, but Blount had a huge game for him. Over 100 yards, 20-something points, and then Spencer sitting with him on the bench.
Cost him a win.
Clay Jones.
Is cooking.
Okay, Tom. We got several numbers this week, and they're all very interesting, much like my personality.
Debatable.
First number of the week, 0.
Oh, man. 0.
This actually is pretty funny. The number of four-year universities in Mississippi that won on Saturday in football.
Dang.
Apparently there was 10 four-year universities in the state of Mississippi that played on Saturday. None of them won.
Wow. Wow.
I don't even know how that happens.
How do you not accidentally win 1 out of 10 like that?
Yeah, and it's in all divisions, too. It's not like they're all D1 or anything. You would think someone eventually would win. You know what? I'm going to give them an explosion. Because they blew up on Saturday in a bad way. There's only one way to introduce this next number, Tom. That's right. This is now officially retitled based on Josh's expert text message that he sent. This is Blaine Gabbert's stats for true Americans who love football and beer.
And beer.
Now I know what you're thinking. I've been ragging on Blaine Gabbert for quite a while, but I'm kind of starting to turn over on the bandwagon here. I mean, the guy's legit. He's a beast. Here you go. 12.
What is it?
Russell Wilson was held without a TD on Sunday. He had the highest active streak of straight starts with a completed touchdown pass. Guess who owns it now? Blaine Mother Gabbert. 12 starts in a row, Blaine has thrown a touchdown pass.
That's good. That's really good.
Dating back to one of his starts in 2013, we only started like one game that year. So, based on our text messages, where we're coming up with these cool mathematical equations for names, you know, like Clay equals gay. Now, Blaine equals beast.
Nice.
So I'm just going to start calling him Beast Gabbert.
Oh, that's a little much.
One more number for you. I know you guys love you some Beast Gabbert. 4. The number of fantasy points that Beast has over Aaron Rodgers in the last 8 weeks of fantasy football.
So you're telling me that Blaine, the Beast Gabbert, puts up more points in fantasy than Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
Wow.
So he is legitimately better than Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what Ferrari was thinking taking Aaron Rodgers. Beast Gabbert is sitting there just waiting for you to pick him up.
No doubt.
If you want to win, take the man.
Here we go, baby. I love me some niggas. Let's rock and roll, baby. All I want to know if you got your popcorn ready. Do you got your popcorn ready? Right now. Popcorn ready.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want...
Clay and Tom's weekly picks.
You can't handle...
Their weekly picks.
I got a piece of paper here, Tom. Fresh, hot off the presses. Our boy Josh came through big, week 3, picks right up. I read it. Way better than yours last week, for sure.
Without a doubt. I'll agree with that 100%. Josh is a very eloquent and well-spoken individual. He must have gone to some kind of high-powered school or something like that.
I don't know why he hangs out with Cody so much.
Makes him feel better about himself, I guess.
Probably. Josh with a great write-up this week. Lots of good puns. I love this line about thanks Nelson and the point suspension are getting new names. Maybe he can't think of a better team name, but with such gems as Peanut Butter and Jealous and ESPN Hate My Name already being taken, I'm sure it's tough to find a good name out there.
That is so true. I also like the fact that Josh alluded to some text message, the message board previously with the plagiarism thing. So that was good how you tied that in there.
And the last one is the dig at Cromer. He needs to pick up a Johnson and change his team name to Diggs Ivory White Johnson.
That's awesome.
On to the real meat of the pick segment, and this is what everyone really wants to know. Everyone's always wondering, what are Clay and Tom thinking about our matchups? You're basing your entire week off of what we're thinking about the matchups.
Yeah, I get that question a lot whenever I'm having conversations around the water cooler.
Everyone wants to know these things. And, there's times whenever, Tom and me have a hard time coming up with these picks and everything. This week, I relied on Rex Ryan to give me some motivation. I was a little bit down. I wasn't really feeling like making the picks. I hit Rexy up, and here's what he had to say about just life in general.
The best revenge is massive success. Don't be afraid of it. I don't give a who knows it. Here we are. Here the we are. Do we have work to do? You're damn right. We got a load of work to do to get there. But aren't we the guys for the job?
Here we are, Tom.
I love Rex Ryan's shtick, man. And I like the fact that he needs to drop a F-bomb in every sentence that he's saying. I think he thinks that it helps him, get his message across.
So when I almost gave up on doing the picks this week, after Rex got me fired up, I'm ready to do this, Tom. Here we go. Matchup number 1 of the week. On the board here, we've got Diggs Ivory White Johnson versus
Pele's Luck of the Asian.
Might as well not even be playing.
It was a really tough pick for me. I thought about putting the 2 names up there and throwing a dart at them. You know what I mean? It was just tough. But I think I'm going to have to go Captain Chrome Dome all the way here.
I'm going to have to agree with you here, Tom. I don't think Pele's team is going to be good until Le'Veon Bell gets back. He needs a lot of help in a lot of areas, and I know that Bell may not come back and be the explosive guy, but he definitely has the opportunity to do that. Cromer's team's hot right now. I think he's going to go 3-0.
I agree.
Second matchup, me versus the moldy cheeseburger, Cody.
I'm going to have to go Clay here based on last week's Panther performances. Kicker, 18 points.
Goat Gano.
Cam Newton, 32 points, took me down. If they keep playing like that, you're going to steamroll over Cody.
First quarter of that game, I had a total of negative 2.5 points. Cam had that interception, Carlos Hyde with the fumble. And then all of a sudden, Goat Gano gets going a little bit, and then Cam gets going, and then my boy Beast Gabbert keeps him in the game. The guy is a freaking wizard. I mean, the dude is amazing. I'm going to have to pick him up, I think, as a backup.
He's some kind of wizard. I kept looking at the time on that game. I was like, man, this game needs to be over. What is going on?
I want to agree with you here, Tom. This is going to be a close matchup. Cody's got some good matchups this week. I've got a lot of good matchups this week. I really like my team this week. I think I'm going to win in a nail-biter and hopefully avenge my 155-point scoring loss that I had last year against Cody.
Gotcha.
Third matchup of the week, Tom. I got to start this off. He's got a guy in the league that he's definitely probably the most interesting guy in Hate the Game League.
Without a doubt, this guy is just a world traveler.
He does everything. I mean, he goes to concerts in crazy venues.
Greece, Athens, Spain. He's doing bullfights out there. I mean, it's ridiculous.
He goes to Denver. He goes to San Diego.
He goes shark fishing with beautiful women.
And he goes, quote unquote, shark fishing with beautiful women.
True that.
His name, the Sharpnado. Chris Sharp, the most interesting man in Hate the Game League.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Little intro for Chris there. Side note, last night I went to a concert, a band called Trivium. Really good, by the way. Took a picture, put it on Facebook. Here comes the most interesting man in the Hate the Game League. He comments on it. Nice. I went and saw them a couple years ago with about 10 other bands at the House of Blues down in Dallas.
Got trumped right there, didn't you, boy?
All right, Tom, back to the real matchup. Chris is going up against Ferrari this week. I like this matchup. It's going to be pretty good.
I think it's most likely the matchup of the week. One thing that Ferrari's got going for him, well, he's got many things going for him, but this week you got the Steelers going up against the Philly D. Pittsburgh is going to roast the Philly D, and I think Brown's going to get a lot of points this week. So I'm going to go with Ferrari.
I had a hard time choosing this matchup. Carson Wentz is the real deal. He might be the next Blaine Gabbert. I don't know. He hasn't quite made it up to beast mode status yet. But you got your number one draft pick for the Rams, Goff, not even playing, not even dressing out.
No
Wentz
doubt.
is out there throwing touchdowns, getting chicks. I mean, he's basically like Sharpnado in the NFL.
Exactly.
But I'm going to go with Ferrari.
The fourth matchup this week, Josh, my eloquent friend, versus Tom, PB&J. I got to give Josh the first loss of this season. I'm going Tom. Josh has great matchups, but I can't go against my own team. Going Tom here.
I think Josh is going to go 3-0, and you're going to go straight down to the bottom. I like both your teams this week. Josh, though, has really good matchups across the board. You do have A.J. Green going up against Denver. Could be a challenge. I think Josh probably pulls this one out.
Spencer versus Luke. What do you think, Clay?
Luke's not going to start 0-3. I'm going to take Luke in this one, solely because I feel like the force is moving a little bit over to the light side.
Is that right?
I think Darth Spencer's pulling the league and Clay, who's the champion? Who was the champion last year, Clay? Oh, who won the league last year? I won the league last year. You're just butthurt, man. I don't think it's going to be happening this year, and I think his grip on his team and his grip on reality is kind of slipping away here.
Well, I'm going to go with the points dispensary, even though they haven't been putting up points. I think Luke gets his first win this week over Spencer.
One thing I do know, I need to beat you on at least one pick this week. I'm 7-3 this year. You're 8-2, so you got that one extra win on me here.
For sure.
You'd keep your mouth shut if you knew it was good for you, buddy.
Smack talk of the week. I had several good options to choose from. I used a couple from Josh already with the Blaine Gabbert, the title of my segment. When Josh sent that Blaine Gabbert Savior meme with someone praying to Blaine Gabbert in the sky, I started rolling, man.
Yeah,
that
funny.
was hilarious. Next Smack Talk of the week comes from outside the league. So I got Facebook going this year. I hadn't had Facebook in 3 years. I got Facebook going this year. Everyone in the league, I think except for you and Pele, is on Facebook. Spencer posted a video of his boy, LeGarrette Blount, hurdling Miami Dolphin defenders.
LeGarrette Blount hurdling that guy was amazing. That was freaking awesome. You know what would have been cooler if Spencer would have had him in his lineup.
Someone on Facebook that is friends with Spencer, I guess from a previous job or something, randomly, out of the blue, after me and Luke, we're all smack talking, doing our thing, you know, I was like, hey, Spencer, it'd been nice to have him in your lineup. And then Spencer sends, well, I had a running back to score more than both your running backs. Well, good job, Spencer. Good smack talk there. True statement. And Luke, we all chimed in. All of a sudden, this random, angry, liberal hippie douche friend of Spencer's chimes in with this. I'm going to try to read it like I think that she meant it. Yes. Watch your distractions while the world drowns in oil and our citizens are modern-day slaves. Good, good. What the heck is that?
I saw this. I don't have Facebook, but Cody showed me this, and I read through the message string, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then what was cool was Luke chimed in. He's like, dude, Spencer, you're getting trolled, bro.
All right, jabronis, in our effort to bring you the best top quality content that no money can buy because it's free, I've got the man, the myth, the best friend to the most interesting man in Hate the Game League. We got Josh on the line. What's going on, Josh?
Oh, man, not much. Out for lunch.
Whenever you were looking through the matchups this week, did you notice anything that really caught your eye or anything that jumped out to you?
No, not really. I really didn't spend a lot of time looking at the individual matchups. I kind of just looked at everybody's teams as wholes and decided from there how I was going to do my write-ups. And nothing really stood out. A bunch of mediocre matchups this week, but a bunch of mediocre teams other than mine. So, honestly, I kind of phoned it in.
Gotcha. Well, how do you feel about this week's matchup with PB&J?
Oh, so like I said in my write-up, Tom, man, you stole my idea last year. You have the exact same wide receivers I did, and I have a best feeling that it's going to turn out for you just like it did me, man. So you ride high over little 2 wins right now, but your team is going straight down the toilet like it did to me last year, man.
I gotcha. Plagiarism at its best, my friend.
It was, man. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Hey, you can't doubt that, man. How do you feel about your Dolphins being probably the worst team in the NFL?
Oh, have you seen the Bears?
Okay.
Don't even come at me with that,
Hey,
man.
Spoken like a true Dolphins fan.
Hey, Bears and Browns notwithstanding,
Spoken like a true Dolphins fan. Let me redirect your question with something else, yeah.
how do you feel about the Dolphins letting Jimmy G light them up like a Christmas tree?
Oh, I mean, there's just no stopping it. Like they're playing way too off. The linebackers were playing way too soft, and it was just a bad game plan coming out at first. Man, they tried to. They've got the personnel mostly with getting Maxwell in there for more of a man-to-man type deal, and they just did not play it. And that's the way you're going to have to deal with those little white slot receivers, and they had nothing for them. I turned the game off the first time at about 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
I got another question for you. Did you know that the Dolphins have like an old 1970s style fight song?
Oh, yeah, man. You guys just now hearing that one?
Well,
Dude, it's great.
none of us are Dolphins fans. I'm going to try to work it into the podcast here in a minute.
Yeah, we don't
Oh,
go
no, man.
searching on the
It's
internet
by far
for
the
old...
best fight song in the league, man. Like, you can go back, like, just about all the teams have, like, these corny-ass songs, and by far the Dolphins are the best. And if you listen to, I think it's the old Houston Oilers song, they totally ripped it off. They stole a page out of Tom's playbook, and they totally ripped the song off. It just changed up a couple of words, man.
All right, Josh. Well, you got anything to say to Tom before we let you off here?
I don't have anything else, other to say than I did my write-up, man. It's going to be a pretty easy week for me in fantasy. I'm not sweating it too bad right now. So, really, that's all I got. You guys, the Patriots, got lucky last week with the game, And Tom's a Patriots fan, right?
Yes.
Or is it Pele?
No,
Remember, one of them was a Patriots fan, so it was Tom, right?
Yeah, Tom's got to get a win every now and then, I mean.
Yeah, I know. Compared to a fantasy team.
All right, man. That's all we got. We'll see you on the points board Sunday.
All right, guys. Y'all take care.
Well, Tom, me and you brought the heat again. Josh's phone sucked bulls.
Yeah, that was a terrible connection. We need to get him on a landline next time.
Reminded me a lot of his professional football team that he loves so much, the Dolphins.
They're terrible.
They're so bad. Speaking of the Dolphins, because I'm amazing at transitions and everything, I do have this fight song from the Dolphins. I've got to play it just a little bit because it's freaking hilarious.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
Whoever is playing that fiddle or that banjo in the background is just tearing it up. It's lit!
I think they were all lit up whenever they were doing
No
that.
doubt. They were drinking moonshine out of that old milk jug, with the 3 X's on it.
That's classic, man. Good luck getting that out of your head the rest of the day, though. Miami Dolphins #1.
That's what plays in Josh's mind at night.
He remembers the days when they were actually good.
It's lit!
Last thoughts here, Tom. I think we probably should start looking at maybe planning a league party at some point during the season. I don't know when yet, but I think we should probably at least kind of start getting an idea, maybe a weekend or, probably sometime in October maybe.
Sure.
Either a get-together on a Sunday or even like a Hogs game or anything of that nature. So everyone just be kind of tossing around ideas. If anyone has a plan for a cookout or something, let us know or whatever, and we'll try to pass it along.
Sounds good.
If you got a promo, cut it. We'll put it on the YouTube. I tried to cut a promo last week, but my life is crazy right now. So other than that, that's all I got. It's been emotional.
Boom, son, you're done.